post this video because I dreamed about the person that I'm talking about in this video 2 days after I recorded it, and I just been sitting and pondering, should I post the video? I'm posting it now, so love y'all. Hope y'all watch and like. Stay tuned. Hello y'all, welcome or welcome back to my channel. I am ThatGirlRaeOfficial. So listen, this is part 2 of the story time about I found out he was married and we celebrated New Year's Eve together. Okay, so listen, if you haven't watched part 1, go and watch part 1. I will link it in the description box as well as the comments below, so you can go and see that first and then come back to this one. Now listen, so this one is about when I stopped talking to him and I started going back on dating sites and I found someone else. But guess what, y'all? Yep, you guessed it. He was in the military too. No, he was not married. He actually showed me his divorce papers, unlike the other one, unlike Brandon, that didn't show me his divorce papers and said he had already got divorced when we first met. Then it changed to, well, something with the lawyers, you know, they emailed me, blah, 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 blah. So with the lawyers, so he kept holding on to a lie. So, I don't know. But anyway, yeah, so this other person, we're going to call him Matthew. So Matthew, let's say he lived in a city, the same city where I went to college at. I had never seen him before because he was originally from the city that I was living at the time, right? He was originally from there. So, you know what I'm saying? We really didn't converse over the phone like that, maybe like 2 to 10 minutes, if that. He wanted to text all the time, which was a red flag. One day he was in town and he wanted to see me. So, guess what I did? I got cute and I saw him. I met him at a place. I parked my car and I rode in his truck with him. Which is crazy because he had been wanting to meet me, but I had kept putting it off. I was like, no, I don't really want to meet, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. But, yeah, so we met. I got in the truck. I don't even remember if he held the door open for me or not. I can't even remember, y'all, because, you know, from my personal experience before I was healed, because I am now healed and I'm very spiritual, the guys that I was meeting, because I hadn't fully healed, especially the ones that were married, you have to tell them to, like, hold the door open for you. Okay, and that was a red flag in itself, because I'm just like, what I got to tell you that for? If I had to tell you that, then I really don't need you, okay? Because what? It is what it is. But, yeah, so I got in the truck, and we drove to another city. It wasn't too far away. He had to go to, their parts store over there, their Walmart or whatever. But anyway, he asked me did I want to go with him, like to go in the store with him. And I didn't go in the store, y'all. And the reason why I didn't go in the store because online he looked better than he did in person. So he looked like a whole nother creature in person. I was just like, ugh. Okay. I mean, you know, I ain't judgmental when it comes to, like, your vehicle because at least you got a car because some people ain't got none. So his truck, it went up to par, but it got us to point A, point B, long as it didn't break down because I didn't want to walk too high and I was going to just have to call somebody because, no, it's too high to walk. But I think I had on a dress too. I can't remember. But I might have had, what did I have on that day? It might have been a long dress or might have been like some nice pants and a nice shirt. I can't even remember. But I went with him and he was in that store for matter of fact, he was in Walmart at first because we didn't go to the parts store until after the fact. So he was in Walmart for like over an hour. And I'm just like, matter of fact, my mom was like, she works in the city that we drove to. So she was just like, where you at? And I told her where I was at. She said, hold on, I'm finna pull up. I want to meet him. She pulled up, she met him, she didn't like his vibe, she didn't like his energy. She was just saying that, hey, that's my baby in there, even though I am an adult. She wanted to, you know what I'm saying, I'm the baby of the family, so she wanted to make sure, like, okay. But yeah, it was a straight interaction, but she didn't fit his vibe, I didn't fit his vibe. Cool. Okay. I'm not sure. Like, cause we ended up going to the parts store. Then he ended up getting some food. I don't know if he didn't get me the food because I didn't go in the store with him. But that's not a gentleman, okay? Because in my eyes, I am a lady. And I should be treated as such, okay? And Ninja, I want to eat, okay? My father feeds me, okay? I grew up with my parents. They've been married for 40 plus years. I think like 44, 45, something like that. Got married when they was 18. And he already showed me how I should be treated, and I will not take anything less, okay? Save it for the girls with daddy issues, because I'm finna go. But anyway, no tea, no shade, but just the ones that gonna stay there with, it's just save it for the ones that stay there with you and you don't feed them, because it won't be me. I likes to eat, honey, okay? I've been eating. How they say, food is the way to a man's heart, or it is to a woman too. Some of them. But anyway, not all. I ain't speak for everybody. I'm really just speaking for myself. So he didn't feed me. He ain't asked me that I want nothing to eat. Okay? At least you could have offered. You know what I'm saying? And if I would have said no, that's different. But you didn't offer. You just got you something to eat. But you did offer me some of your food. And I'm just like, I don't think I talked to him for the whole ride. I texted my mama. I texted my cousin. I told him what was going on. And guess who I texted? The first person I actually texted was Brandon. And that's how me and Brandon started back talking. I say, I'm on this date and the guy ain't pay for me no food, blah, blah, blah. And he like, what? I can't believe he did that. And I was like, yes. And, we just started talking. I said, yeah, I'm in a car with him right now. He's going to drive me back to my car and I'm finna go home, blah, blah, blah. So I just talked to him during the whole ride, like text or whatever. Matter of fact, I didn't even talk to dude. I didn't even talk to dude during the whole ride back. I didn't want to say anything. I didn't want to speak to him. Cool. I think he turned the music up, but I really didn't give a dang, because it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? I'm finna be done with you. Little do you know it or not. I started, matter of fact, I think I got on that app later on again. And then I was going to report his page, but I didn't. But I might have did, because I was in a lower vibration. You know what I'm saying? I went here. I probably did report that page. So this, well, matter of fact, I reported Brandon page one time. I sure did after we started talking. I said something. I forgot what I said. But it was true. I didn't lie. And so, and then the other dating app people, they took care of, because I met them on 2 different dating apps. I know y'all want to know the name, but I ain't going to tell you. Unless you just really want to know. But anyway, there were 2 different ones. But yeah, I no longer do dating apps. This is not my thing. I'm just going to have to meet my person in person. Okay? It's just going to have to be organic, because, no, it is what it is. That's not for me. Well, some people it may be, but me, no thank you. No thank you. But, yeah. So, matter of fact, we got back to my car and he said something, and I just slammed his door and I ain't say nothing to him, and I got in my car and I drove off. And then, you know what I'm saying? Because my cousin, my mom was like, I can't believe he did that. Not feed you? What? That's crazy. And you not met my mama. And you still ain't feed me? Boy, you stupid. Big stupid, big dummy. Okay? Anyway. So, yeah. I started talking to Brandon again, and he hadn't moved yet. I think he was about to move within a month or 2 after I started back talking to him. And he had a dog. He was trying to give me his dog. And I was going to get the dog, but then I was like, I think he said you have to come get it. He stayed like over 2 hours away or something. I was just like, you know what? You can get that dog away. Cause I ain't coming to get that dog. What I look like? It is what it is. But yeah, he ended up moving back to Chicago with his mother. Okay. And he claims, cause I feel like it's a lie, that he sold the house and that he sold everything out the house and all that. You know, he trying to save money, quote unquote. But you know what's crazy, y'all? Some of y'all know I'm into spirituality and I do read it myself. So I happened to come across a YouTube video and, you know, use your intuition and your discernment. I knew that video was about him. I didn't know with the title per se, but when I was hearing what she was saying, and I had already got over this situation, but it just had came back up and I saw it in the reading. So he was still married that whole time. He lied. And him and his wife, I don't know if they had an open marriage. I don't know what it was. But something like that the reader was saying. And they were trying to get you involved. Matter of fact, because their wife can't have kids. She was infertile. So, I don't know if they were trying to trap and use me. You know what I'm saying? To have a baby or not. I'm just like, you know what? No, thank you. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? But, yeah, that was a whole nother situation, child. Matter of fact, let me pull up. Let me see if I don't even know if this is the old phone or my old phone tore up with the messages. Because that been like 2 years ago now, because this is 2026. So I really don't remember fully what went on. Because, you know, I'm on the bigger and better things, baby. It is what it is. So let me see what happened, if I can find the messages or not. You know what's crazy? It's not on this phone. It's on the other phone that broke into half. It split into half one day. And it was still working until I got a new phone, this phone here. And I got this iPhone. But that's crazy. I had never had a phone split into half like that. But I feel like that was just spirit saying the cycle is broken. It's over. You're not healed. Ain't finna be no more toxic clowns like that. Not saying there won't be people that try you, but you so high up, like in frequency wise, that you'll know the spirit by the spirit. You use your own discernment and they can't play you no more. That's all that is. So sorry y'all, this story time here is very short. But you did get a part 2. Can't say I didn't gift you with a part 2 now. Let me see. Hold on. Let me make sure. Y'all know what's crazy? It's crazy that I end up moving somewhere close to where he actually lived before he clawed himself move. But you stay in your lane, stay in mine. You know what I'm saying? Because I mind my business, you mind yours. Because we don't talk, so he wouldn't know where I'm at. So that's how it needs to be, because it is what it is. Carry your merit behind on. All right. So I love you guys so very much. And I'll see y'all next time. Make sure you like, share, comment, and subscribe. I got some more story times coming. I just got to think about them right now. But I love y'all. See y'all. Bye.